Hi, this is George Emmerich, the Athletic Director. We're here today to do our Fall Sports Awards. It's going to be virtual, like our basketball, our Winter Sports Awards were also virtual. I'd just like to take some time here at the beginning of the awards to commend all the athletes and all the coaches on what a good job they did following our COVID protocol. I know it's difficult. I know it's not something we're used to. We're not used to running cross country or playing soccer or playing football or playing girls tennis with masks on. It's impossible to swim with masks on, but our swim team did a good job of wearing the mask when they were on the deck and following all the protocol. So I just want to commend all the teams for what a great job they did. I want to commend the coaches for reminding the players and the athletes to make sure they wore the mask, make sure they stayed spread out and things like that, and cleaned up the equipment. So we did a good job with that. We had a chance to play some contests. In the history of Watertown High School sports, never before have fall sports been played in the spring. So it's the first time ever. And hopefully the only time we have that happen here. Some schools didn't even have a chance to have a fall season. So I was very happy that our athletes had a chance to compete and play some league games and play within our pod. And all the athletes did a good job. All the coaches did a good job. You're going to have a chance now to watch a video. The coaches have had a chance to talk a little bit about their season, and you're going to see some pictures and some highlights from the season. So thanks again to all the coaches for a great job they did. Thank you to all the players. Again, the cross-country team, the soccer teams, the tennis team, the swim team, and the football team all had really good seasons. They got a chance to participate in some form, and hopefully going forward here, now it's springtime. It's the end of our spring season as we're filming this. Restrictions have been lifted a little bit here this time. So now over the summer, hopefully these teams can get some good practices in, get some good workouts in, and you'll be all ready for your fall season for our returning players. And for our seniors, congratulations and good luck in your future. So thanks again to all the fall coaches and athletes.
Firstly, I like it better when the student athletes do the presentations. I'd like to thank our athletic director, Mr. Emmerich, for getting approval from the Parks and Recreation so that we can have our competitive races up at Thompson Park for the first half of the season, and of course for the million other things that he does for all of the teams. Likewise, I'd like to thank Dell for helping mark the course for our races and also for spreading more gravel dust on the lower loops of the trails to help smooth things out from the winter months. The boys and girls cross-country season was unique for sure, with wearing masks for the entirety of their races, different competitive terrain the first half of the season, blacktop versus the trails, and shorter race lengths. Since our trails had ice and snow on them in March, using our trails wasn't an option starting out for safety reasons. Our season was challenging but fun. We created different fresh courses to run, did more strength and training and yoga sessions. The Dickinson family brought pizza as a surprise after practice one day. We completed a running gait analysis clinic and even had an Easter egg hunt on the trails. Our captains, Gary Clarkson and Emma Morse, did a great job keeping their teammates motivated by leading by example as expected. We had some fresh faces this year that definitely contributed to the family feels and the bounty of laughter with accepting and getting to know each other. I couldn't ask for a better group of kids that recognize the importance of motion for the body and the mind. Balance is a constant goal, and in life, exercise helps steady those other factors of our lives. Thank you for a great 2021 unique season.
So I want to just first start off by congratulating all the athletes for participating in this fall sports season 2. It was a very unconventional season, but I want to just thank everybody for participating because a lot of sacrifices had to be made, not only for athletes, but also for the parents and everybody that was involved. So thank you. We had a very good season for varsity football. We were very fortunate to get 4 games in. If you had asked me 2 weeks even before the season started, I probably would have said I didn't think we were going to have a season, so we were just very thankful to have a season. I want to again thank just the seniors coming out. For those of you who chose to play, I appreciate you guys playing and the sacrifice you guys made. I had some of you guys for 3 years, so I was very grateful to have you guys one last season. To all the underclassmen that played, you guys made so much development and improvement over the very short season we had, but it was very good to kind of springboard into this, hopefully a fall season that we're going to have this fall. Again, thank you to all the parents, all the administrators, and everybody that worked to get this season in and for your support. And have a good rest of your school year, and thank you again.
Congratulations goes out to the boys varsity soccer team for their undefeated Fall 2 season. Throughout our shortened 7-game schedule, we played some quality soccer and put up some impressive stats by scoring 31 goals and allowing only 3 goals with 5 shutouts. The 2 games that stood out the most this past season were the 8-0 senior night win over Indian River and the 4-2 come-from-behind victory over Fulton. A special thank you goes out to all the players and parents for making the Fall 2 season a positive and fun experience for everyone.
Welcome. My name is Mike Van Ostren. I'm the varsity girls soccer coach here at Watertown High School, and I'm here to go over some of the highlights from this past season. Unfortunately, when we normally start in the fall, we were postponed, but still one of my highlights every year is the first day of practice. This year ended up being March 15th. It's great to see everybody on the first day, the excitement. This year, of course, we shared athletes for the first week and the last week of the season, but it was awesome working with the coach and everybody worked really well together. We had a bunch of great practices leading up to our first game where we played a very talented South Jeff team, and we ended up probably playing one of our better games of the year where we beat South Jeff 3-0. That's always a highlight, first game of the year. Having a chance to play over April break, first time in a long time. We only had 10 varsity players here, but 4 JV players were around. They stepped up and helped us play. We played a not very talented Carthage team and did beat them 4-0 over April break, so that was also very nice. Having practice on the turf in 4 inches of snow, also a highlight, something we don't normally do during a soccer season. Our 2 shootouts with General Brown, thankfully for us, we had a lot more firepower than them, not the type of game that I like to be involved in, but we did score a total of 11 goals in those 2 games. And last but not least, senior night. Always one of the highlights of the season, and this year no exception, as our seniors performed brilliantly as we beat Indian River 6-0 on senior night. So those, to me, are the highlights of this past season. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I am Coach Lori Peters and I am the girls varsity swimming and diving coach. In lieu of an in-person banquet this year, we are presenting virtually the highlights of our swimming and diving program. First of all, I'd like to note that we were able to have a fall season 2 in March to April of 2021, and obviously we normally would have our season in a traditional fall, which would be September, October, November. So very thankful that we had this opportunity. We were able to have 8 contests in the Frontier League, and we were undefeated Frontier League champions with a record of 8-0. Overall, in Class B, throughout Section 3, we were 4th virtually based on times presented that way. I had 24 girls this year, and although we had a smaller team than in the past, it was a nice opportunity to be able to work with these young ladies in grades 8th through 12th grade. Of those 24 girls, 5 of them, Sarah Kilburn, Julia Erf, Mallory Peters, Lois Pador, and Lillian Kimball, overlapped for 2 weeks out of our 6-week season due to their winter season. I applaud them for being so dedicated to our athletic programs and making it work. Of the 24 girls that we had this year, 18 of my 24 girls qualified for the sectional competition Class B, and that again is based on time. There were times that they had to achieve throughout the season in order to become a sectional qualifier. 12 of our 24 girls became Frontier League All-Stars, and 17 of our 24 girls were scholar athletes, maintaining a 90 or higher average. I couldn't be more proud. Our highlights for sectional competition, I will just kind of run through a few of these. We were 3rd place in our 200 medley relay. Sarah Kilburn was 1st place champion in the 50 free and the 100 free. Again, this is Section 3, Class B. Madison Adderley was 4th in diving. Jasmine Ferguson was 5th in the 100 fly. Mackenzie Way was 6th in the 500 free and 3rd in the 100 breaststroke. And we were 2nd overall in the 200 free relay. Just to highlight again our sectional qualifiers, they were Emily Alvarado, Eloise Johnson, Sarah Kilburn, Mackenzie Way, Julia Erf, Lois Pador, Nina Colello, Heaven DeJesus, Haley Wilson, Madison Adderley, Lillian Kimball, Addie Weir, Augusta Boomhauer, Jasmine Ferguson, Mallory Peters, Lillian Johnson, Olivia Erf, and Hannah Eldridge. I couldn't be remiss without mentioning my 5 amazing seniors that I have had potentially for at least 6 years and some even a little bit longer with club programs. And my seniors, I just like to give a shout out to them. It was an honor and pleasure to have coached you. And they are Emily Alvarado, Leah Hunt, Eloise Johnson, Sarah Kilburn, and Mackenzie Way. Congratulations, ladies. Congratulations to all of you on putting forth your very best effort in a short 6-week season. We did it well, and we had fun.